Wait, did I buy books? Okay, I went, well, I got dressed for work, went and did some stuff, came back home because I have a meeting at 8:30. It's 8:04. But I wanted to update y'all about 1984. I am halfway through it, so I took off my uniform and like threw it on the floor so you can't see it. So this isn't happening. I just wanted to really update y'all because I tried to do an update like yesterday as I was getting ready for work, but I was so discombobulated. I don't think I formed a single cohesive thought. So first, if you've never read this, I feel like you should read it. I'm going to go ahead and say that now. I'll say that now. And yes, at my big age, I have never read this. It wasn't required reading when I was in school. So I finally got to a great passage in here that perfectly sums up what I was trying to say in a previous clip. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, so Winston, what's interesting about his character, let me set up this passage for you before I read it. What's interesting about his character is though he works for the party, it has very, very rebellious thoughts, right? Because he has some sort of like inkling about what the world was like before the wars and before, the country ended up the way that it is. But once again, there's no record of it. There's no physical evidence that the world was ever different. In fact, a big part of the party's agenda is to convince people that if you ever think things are bad now, it used to be way worse before we got in control. It used to be way, way, way worse. But Winston doubts that, right? And so, because he's just old enough to have like some very vague memories of what life was like before everything hit the fan, but not enough for him to really remember anything, right? And so part of his rebellion is he is married to this woman, but she is like never present in the story. It's not clear where she is, at least for me. I'm not really sure where she is. He doesn't really seem to know or care where she is. And so he ends up, okay, and this is also something that's kind of weird. He ends up in a relationship kind of thing with this girl. What that girl name is Julie, I think? Julia, right? He ends up in this weird relationship with this girl, Julia. And the reason I say it's weird is because he notices her like a couple of times at work. And then there was one time he was going to this junk shop, which, just has a bunch of stuff from the before times, right? And he sees her like in the street, and that solidifies for him that she must be following him. And so he thinks that she works for the thought police. The thought police is this entity that if you even have rebellious thoughts or desires or whatever the fuck, they can know what you're thinking, and they come in at night and they fuck you up. You disappear. You're vanquished from the planet or whatever the fuck. And so he's paranoid because he thinks that she is part of the thought police. Turns out she just kind of had like a little cute crush on him. But what was weird about it to me is the way that she conveys this to him, because they have cameras everywhere and like microphones hidden everywhere, outside and inside of everything. She conveys this to him at work by tripping and falling. Mind you, from what I remember, from what I understand, they've never spoken to each other a day in their life, right? She trips and she falls in front of him. He helps her up. And as he's helping her up, she slips a note in his hand. He goes back to his desk and reads it, and it says, "I love you." Let me find out George Orwell was the originator of Insta Love. Because what do you mean? Like, I was so taken aback by that. But anyways, so then they start this like very rebellious relationship, because technically he's having an extramarital affair, even though from what I understand he hasn't even seen his wife in like a year or two, something crazy like that. And so they end up hooking up in this apartment that's upstairs of the junk shop that he likes to go to, and he's trying to explain to her, because he's a lot older than she is. I think he's like 20 years older than her or something. And he's trying to explain to her, like, okay, I understand that you don't like the party and that you're rebellious, but this is bigger than just yourself. Because one of his criticisms of Julia as a person is that even though she obviously disagrees with a lot of things that the party has done and a lot of their stances on things, she only actively disagrees with and thinks about the things that directly affect her. So if it's not something that she cares about, then she's like, oh, whatever, I don't care. Like, literally, there's a passage where he's trying to explain to her, like, no, whatever they taught you in school, that's not real. Because she's like, oh yeah, like the party, the government, they're the ones that created airplanes. And he's like, no, that's not real. Like, they've already claimed to invent helicopters, and now they're telling you, and you were in school, that they invented airplanes. Next, they're probably going to say that they invented the steam engine. None of that is real. They didn't invent any of that stuff, because he does remember when he was in school before shit popped off that he learned about the real inventors of the airplane. And so the government is just claiming to have invented all these things, and they're just rewriting history. But then Julia's like, I mean, does it really matter? Like, I guess I don't really care about airplanes. But he's like, you don't get it. You don't get it, Julia. You're just being cute, and I love you so much, but you don't get it. Anyways, so in a moment like that, he's explaining to her. So I'm gonna read now. I'm about to read in 3, 2. He tried to make her understand this was an exceptional case. It wasn't just a question of somebody being killed. Do you realize that the past, starting from yesterday, has been actually abolished? If it survives anywhere, it's in a few solid objects with no words attached to them, like that lump of glass there. Already, we know almost literally nothing about the revolution in the years before the revolution. Every record has been destroyed or falsified. Every book has been rewritten. Every picture has been repainted. Every statue and street and building has been renamed. Every date has been altered. And that process is continuing day by day and minute by minute. History has stopped. Nothing exists except an endless present in which the party is always right. I know, of course, that the past is falsified, but it would never be possible for me to prove it, even when I did the falsification myself. Pause. His job is that the party will send him like news articles from the past, and he has to basically falsify it. So if there's a news article that was like, the party is going to increase employment by 20%, but then the party only increases employment by 10%, he will be given a news article to falsify from the past, and he'll falsify it to say that the original statement said that the party claimed that they were going to falsify, or that they were going to increase employment by 5%. So that way the 10% looks even better, right? Does that make sense? Like he has to change previously printed publications to make the party look the best that it can, and that any false statements they made, he can just erase them or change them so that it looks like the party never lied about anything. Okay, let's continue. After the thing is done, no evidence ever remains. The only evidence is inside my own mind, and I don't know with any certainty that any other human being shares my memories. Just in that one instance, in my whole life, I did possess actual concrete evidence after the event, years after it. So yeah, you get the point. Like, it's just talking about how they can't even really draw conclusions about their current... they can't even draw conclusions about what's happening to them now, because they're not even sure if their perspective is correctly informed about previous events. And it's mind-blowing. This is part of the reason it was hard for me to have a comprehensive update in the previous clip, because what I was trying to say, and I kept like rambling about it because it was so frustrating, is this is so incredibly on the nose and so incredibly reflective of literally what is happening in our world right now. Like, with this was written in 1949. 1949. This was written in 1949, and it is directly mirroring some of the things that are happening in the world as we fucking know it. It feels like the reason this book keeps getting banned is because the big bad people in the world don't want you to know that this is their playbook, dog. This is where they're getting their ideas. This is it. This is it. They're like, oh, but the party was spitting. But when the party did that, the party was, they was saying something. They was hitting on something. Wow. Wow. So either tomorrow or Friday, I can finish this so that I can give you a final review. I don't know if I'll update you before I finish it. Because I don't know. He's spitting. You see the tabby tabs? He's spitting. George Orwell's spitting. I don't know what I'll read after this, though. I'm a gigantic mood reader, so who knows? I might be 5 pages out from the end of this book and think I have an idea of what I want to read next, and then the moment I finish the book, I completely change my mind. I don't know, but yeah, thoroughly enjoying this. Okay, let me go and put on my monkey suit, and I will see y'all in the next clip. Okay, hey, so I don't have an update about 1984 just yet, but I did want to hop on here because I am part of Kayla over at Books and Lala. I'm part of her like channel membership thing, and she is requesting that her channel members put our 20 favorite books of all time into a spreadsheet in true Kayla form. In true Kayla form, we have to put our information into a spreadsheet. And so I just like went through Goodreads and all of the books that I have rated 5 stars. I mean, first I just like sort of word vomited all of my favorite books that I could think of. And so I have chosen to condense my series because that will take up like 3/4 of the 20 slots, right? If I broke down and ranked each individual book. And so I used Goodreads and just my feelings. And so far, I did better than I thought I was gonna do. Because I thought I was gonna have like 50 books on here and just be fighting for my life, screaming, crying, throwing up. I have 27. So stage 1 is trying to eliminate 7 of these. We're gonna start from the and we're gonna work our way down. I'm halfway through the list. I haven't deleted anything yet. Oh my God, Kayla, why? Kayla! I don't want to delete any of these. Okay. A Song of Ice and Fire. Can't get rid of that. Death Note. Can't get rid of that. Vampire Academy. Can't get rid of that. Star Wars Revenge of the Sith by Matthew Woodring Stover. Refuse. I'm sorry. I just considered it. No. Okay, now I just have to do that 6 more times. Hi, I'm back again on the floor to provide you with more riveting content. I went to Konbini today and they have these little like plastic bottles of some sort of alcohol. I've never seen these before. I got this from Family Mart and it just says clear and fruity and it has like a little picture of a glass with ice in it. So I have a little glass with ice. I don't know what this is. So we're gonna be doing like a little taste test of this. I got this one, which I guess is like cherry flavored, and I have another one that I think is grape flavored, allegedly. And while I drink this, I'm going to be doing a wonderful unboxing of things that are not book related. Sir, I don't know what this is, but I do know what the big box is. Let's see. Wait, did I buy books? Psychology, Psychiatry, and Medicine. A pioneering researcher transforms our understanding of trauma and offers a bold new paradigm for healing. Oh, I did order this. This is The Body Keeps the Score. Brain, Mind, and Body in the Healing of Trauma by Bessel van der Kolk, MD. I did purchase this. I just didn't remember. To be honest, I've read. This is dense. Oh gosh. Oh wow. This is basically like a textbook. Which I don't mind. However, wow, that actually makes me super excited. I think maybe throughout the year I'll read it bit by bit. I'm definitely not going to try to sit down and power through this because just to give you an example, it's a lot of text and there's like, pictures and it's giving textbook. It's very textbooky. So this book, from what I understand, is about trauma and how it affects us in so many ways other than just emotionally or mentally. Hence, The Body Keeps the Score. I've heard this term a million times. I don't know if this is where that term comes from or if this is just the title that they use because of the already existing phrase. I don't know. But when I tried to look up where that came from, I found this book, so I ordered it. Trauma is a fact of life. Veterans and their families deal with the painful aftermath of combat. 1 in 5 Americans has been molested. 1 in 4 grow up with alcoholics. 1 in 3 couples have engaged in physical violence. So it's just talking about trauma and how it affects the brain and affects our lives. So super happy. But I said this wasn't like a bookish package. And it is. Okay, that's great. The other thing in here is also a book. And then something else. Let's put this on top of the book so I can't see what it is. Oh, this is... I thought this was another item. This is just the packing paper. It's a short, squat book. I'm pissed. So I have a collection of the books in the Song of Ice and Fire series, right? I have a Game of Thrones, a Clash of Kings, a Storm of Swords, and then a Dance with Dragons, all in like the floppy paperback. And so I thought that's what this was. But what really pisses me off that this is what showed up is because I even cross-checked the ISBNs to make sure that I was getting the big floppy paperback edition. And returns aren't as easy because I am in Japan and I ordered this from US Amazon. Okay. We're gonna put that right back on in there. I am not even putting that on my bookshelf. No. Here's the thing. I definitely understand and I appreciate the importance of mass market paperback books. I'm not shaming people for it. Can't do it. Okay. Now we have the real star of the show. Or what I hope to be the star of the show. My mom purchased I'm pretty sure it was Bissell. But whatever kind of vacuum cleaner it was, it like changed our life. Even though it was her vacuum cleaner, it also changed my life. The amount of like dirt and dust and debris that it would pick up was mind-blowing. And it was a vacuum that was meant to pick up pet hair. But y'all, I took that with me from the States. She gave it to me. And I had it here in Japan for like the first 2 years that we were here. But then it just got to the point where, you know, it was just kind of giving out. It wasn't really sucking, like the suction wasn't there anymore. And so then I've been buying like these cheap cordless vacuums. Like I bought one from Hard Off, which is like a thrift store here. It's a secondhand store. I bought one and it was okay, but it just wasn't doing what I needed it to do. So then I went on Japanese Amazon and spent like, I think like almost $100 on this very, very cute, I'll say this, a very, very cute cordless vacuum. And yeah, it picks up maybe 50% of like the dust and debris on the floor. But as you see, my entire apartment is covered in this doo-doo brown carpet. So any speck of anything, you immediately see it because it's very, very short, like fiber carpet. And so I need a vacuum. I need a vacuum. So I got this Bissell, the Clean View Compact Upright Vacuum, model 3508. We'll see how it goes. I don't know why, but my phone has, not my phone, my YouTube has been, every time I go to my homepage, it immediately suggests one of Kayla's older videos. So like I've rewatched so many of like her OG videos because you see like I'm just on the homepage of YouTube. It keeps suggesting her older videos. So now I guess we're going to read or watch her read 5 more cozy mysteries. 5 mystery books in different locations.
Hello friends, it's Kayla.
Hi. It's tiny.
I also tried.
It's super cute. Yeah, my other vacuum cleaner was like this fucking tall. So this is cute.
So this is what I'm going to read. In the country, it is a quiet, peaceful time out here. There are no neighbors. We're in this strange little dome house. I also decided I'm going to wear a different set of nice pajamas. Although these types of pajamas make me want to pronounce it pajamas. Let me lower you, and I'll show you them each time. These are from Knits. Super comfy.
So, I vacuum every day, right? I vacuum every day because even on the days where it's like, I don't want to do dishes, I'm too lazy. Or I don't want to fold my laundry, I'm too lazy. Vacuuming is a way for me to feel like I am cleaning my home and I'm being productive. And I don't know, there's always a visible difference. Because like I said, my carpet, it looks ridiculous, okay, if I go longer than like 3 days without vacuuming, right? So I vacuumed yesterday. My room, I won't even say my office because I didn't really vacuum in my office. So my bedroom, the small hallway we have, because I live in an apartment, I vacuumed the dining area and about half of the living area. Okay, so I didn't vacuum the 3rd bedroom. I didn't vacuum my office. I didn't even vacuum all of the living area. That is insane. This is why I bought this vacuum cleaner, because I knew my other vacuum was not doing what I needed it to do. Do you see this? I am like so upset. For like months now, I have been just walking on this because we don't wear shoes in my house, right? I've just been walking on I mean, it's fine. It's fine because the problem is solved. But I just know tomorrow I'm gonna like look at the floor and feel the impulse to like vacuum yet again, because I just know, oh, like, ew, it was on the floor the whole time. That's so nasty. Oh, okay. Oh, that makes me sick to my stomach. By the way, the drink, I don't know where I put it. It's great. It's wonderful. And I'm glad I got 2 of them because we've been turn up tonight. I have like 50 or so pages left of 1984. I'm going to go ahead and get through it. I'm tired of reading it. It's great, but I'm tired of reading it and I want to move on to the next thing. Okay, bye. Okay, it's a brand new day. Brand new terrible lighting. I finished 1984, 6 out of 5 stars, incredible. I can't wait until my physical edition arrives in the mail, like my personal one that I bought with money. What? Because this is a library copy. I can't wait to get my own edition so I can transfer these tabby tabs into my own copy. However, I don't know what to read next. I go in and out of phases, right, where I read exclusively audiobooks, and then I'll get tired of audiobooks and I can't concentrate anymore, and then I will read physical books. I'm still in a physical books kind of mood. I have been since the beginning of this year, and we're halfway through February. We're almost done with February at this point. So I'm gonna look at my bookshelves. I should read one of the library books that I have out from the library, but you know how it is, girl. Let's see what I got. Okay. So this is what we're working with. You know what? I did tell myself I was kind of feeling like trying Daughter of the Moon Goddess. Already read, unfortunately. I already read these for... I don't think I've read anything from this stack yet. No, I haven't read anything from this stack. But, so yeah, most of these, though at the bottom, I have yet to read, other than Game of Thrones, obviously. Obviously, I've read my favorite series. I think I might... I don't know. She's a pretty girl. And I know the second book came out, I want to say last year. So you know what? Let's give it a shot. Let's try Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sue Lin Tan.
Next are going to be really heavy with the reading for me, but so far this month has been kind of slow with the reading, which I definitely was not anticipating.
Okay. We went and had a late lunch. Went to Ichiran. Great ramen. Great ramen. Yes, it's a chain here in Japan. And for some reason, I don't know, it's weird because, yeah, it's definitely like a touristy, I don't want to say touristy, it's a chain ramen place that a lot of tourists think that they should go because it's considered like the most popular ramen chain in Japan. But what's weird is like other tourists will say, oh no, that's not real ramen, like it's not good, don't eat there because like it's only for tourists. But I have one, I think like a year or two ago, that just got built like 20 minutes from where I live, and I go there maybe like once every other week, and I'm always the only foreigner in there. Every location I've ever been to, even like downtown Tokyo, in the middle of the night, since it's one of the few places that's open like all the way until the morning, it is Japanese people, it's foreigners, it's everybody. And to be honest, it's usually mostly Japanese people in there, so I think it's interesting that a lot of like foreigners try to discount it as like a touristy place. Ground. The Japanese girlies love it. I love it. Anyway, so I'm really full, but I'm happy that I'm full because it's currently 5:07, which means I don't have to eat dinner later. And it's more of like I'm too lazy to try to procure dinner later. But anyways, so I am 36 pages into Daughter of the Moon Goddess, and I just wanted to cut the camera on real quick because as much as I am in denial that this is a romantasy novel, we just got like our first trademark romantasy thing. I don't know. So what I was saying is I wanted this to just be vibes. I was going into this for plot and vibes. I wasn't really going into it for anything else, and I wanted it to be, I knew it was going to have some sort of romantic subplot, but I was really hoping that wouldn't be the main thing in here, which I don't know. I might be wrong. It might not be the main thing in here, but I'm on page 36, and our main character just had to fix something that she didn't mess up. She was blamed for something, so she has to wash this garment, this stained garment. So she went to the river, and she's crying because she's upset, about her circumstances in general, but in the moment she's upset about being blamed for something that she didn't do. And then a man, hold on, can I? So she's crying, and it goes, "Why are you crying?" A clear voice rang out, startling me. I spun around, only now noticing the young man sitting on a rock a short distance away, an elbow resting on his raised knee. How could I've missed his aura, which pulsed in the air, strong and warm, as bright as cloudless noon? His dark eyes gleamed from beneath sweeping brows, and there was a radiance to his skin like it had been glazed by the sun. His long black hair, blah, blah, blah. You get the point. There was like half a page of description of this man, and I feel like that is a very trademark way of romantasy novels telling you who the love interest is. If they are immediately introduced by like a 600 page or a 600 word paragraph of what they look like, that's the dude. That's the dude in question. That is Himothy. And so I don't know, I just wanted to say that's kind of funny, that whatever. I don't know, it's cute and like cozy so far. I really hope the whole book isn't just this dude and this girl, which I mean, in the grand scheme of things, from a neutral point of view, there's nothing wrong with stories existing like that. It's just I want more from this than that. In this story, in this specific story, I want more from this than that. Is that okay to say? Is that okay to say? I used to drink these little boxes of sake all the time, but it built up my alcohol tolerance like crazy. It got to the point where I could drink 2 of these and not feel anything, but this is just straight sake. Like, it's not mixed with anything. And then some nights I would drink like 3 of them, and I was like, no, baby girl, I don't know, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. Just to be honest, I might drink like half of this now and then drink the other half like way later or even tomorrow. Anyways, I'm gonna continue on in this. TTYL. Bye. Hey, so I'm giving some Black Girl realness right now. I twisted my hair so I can do a cute little twist out moment, hopefully, for tomorrow. I am 90 pages into Daughter of the Moon Goddess, and I'm loving it. I'm loving life. I'm loving the story. I mean, there's some things where it's like, okay, sis, I get it. So essentially, I'm at, I don't know if this is a spoiler. Okay, I guess spoilers, even though once again, I feel like most people have read this book by now. But there's this, I need to be better about talking about books if I'm going to have a booktube channel. So essentially, our protagonist is the daughter of the moon goddess, and her mom, the moon goddess, was imprisoned on the moon because she was accused of stealing her husband's immortal elixir. Her husband did all this cool stuff and was granted an immortal elixir from the gods, and before he was able to use it, she took it because she was about to give birth to their daughter, but she was finna die. Her and the girl was finna die. So she took the elixir, and the gods were hella upset. They were like, hey, yo, we didn't want you living in our crib with us. We wanted your husband living in a crib with us up in the sky. So since you did that, we're going to imprison you on the moon. Well, nobody knew she had her daughter. So long story short, they end up finding out that the moon goddess is basically hiding someone on the moon. So her mom is like, hey, yo, you ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the hell out of here. even though this is the only home you've ever known. So basically her mommy evicts her ass off the moon and she ends up in the celestial kingdom, right? From what I understand, the Jade Palace, right? And for like maybe 10 pages she's a servant, and it's giving, you know, like Cinderella, because the other attendant girlies are like really mean towards her and they bully her. But she ends up kind of like bamboozling her way into like this competition to be this prince's girly pop, because it was describing it as the prince finding a companion, but I don't know, it's giving, how can I make an excuse for this girl having to be the one to wake him up every morning and eat food with him every day and go to all his lessons and see him and help him get dressed and comb his hair? That's what it's giving. But to be honest, like I said, I like it. Anyways, so at a lot of Japanese hotels, they have these little skincare kits that they give out. This one, I got 2 of these, so I've already done this one before. However, this one I haven't tried before, so I thought I would try it with y'all. You can't see that because it's so shiny. DHC Amenity. Let's open her up. So it looks like we have facial cream, cleansing oil, facial cleanser, and toner. I don't know. Do you do the cleanser? Okay, now I'm confused. Which one do you do for... See, the other one had numbers on it. If you're a makeup or skincare girly and or skincare girly, don't come for me in the comments. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so here's the thing. Let's talk. I am here to formally introduce you to my sink. His name is Mr. Gloop Gloop. Despite all of the times I have had maintenance come out to unclog my sink, all it does is this. It just seems like they're just moving the clogs like deeper into the pipes. They're not actually unclogging my sink. So whatever. I've just come to deal with it at this point. So what I wanted to say is, you know, I really do want to take advantage of living in Japan and film more often for my channel when I go out and about, because, you know, my viewers are exclusively in the States. So it'd be cool to like show y'all. But here's the thing. So I live in Tokyo, but I just want you to like look up all of the like area, all of the square kilometerage that Tokyo encompasses. I live in the greater Tokyo area, so I don't live in downtown Tokyo. I say that to say I live in like a very suburban area. There's schools and grocery stores and like little food markets and, you know, convenience stores around here. I don't live downtown where the tourists are. I don't live where, you know, the nightlife is. And so for me to carry a camera around downtown Tokyo, no one's gonna blink twice. All of the tourists have their phones out filming everything, or they have gigantic cameras filming everything. Especially at night, everybody, the tourists and the Japanese people, are all being weirdos, and I love it. So like it's not weird, or it doesn't make me feel weird when I film things when I'm downtown. But I don't go downtown often, right? Like during the summer when it's warmer outside, because I always take the train when I go downtown. So yeah, like when I'm downtown or whatever, do I just smear this on my face? This feels wrong. I don't think I was supposed to do this. I think I was supposed to like just put it on like a cotton swab and like just wipe it. is just straight up olive oil, bro. That is just, oh my god, that was literally just olive oil. Oh, please don't call the constable on me. I understand. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was disgusting. Hi, happy Sunday. So I'm about 160 pages into Daughter of the Moon Goddess. I'm still loving it, still kikiing. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if I could finish it today. I'm actually going to try to. I've never like tried to read that many pages in one day, but girl, I'm loving it. I'm loving it so much. So probably the only thing I'm going to do today, other than like clean up and maybe cook, is going to be trying to read this book. I'm loving it so much. But real quick, I just want to say, can we talk about how I'm pretty sure one of the, like in the first few interactions that our main character had with the prince, he told her that he is betrothed to this other girly, like the Phoenix Princess girly. I don't exactly remember what the conversation was, and I don't feel like searching back through the pages to figure it out, but I know that that was discussed. However, I don't remember if he was like, if he told the main character that he was previously betrothed to her and it didn't work out for whatever reason, but I know that was a conversation. And so I just think it's funny how both me and the main character were gooped, gad, and confused when on the prince's birthday, you know, he was officially betrothed to the Phoenix Princess girlie, because I was like, huh? So you was in here kissing all up on homegirl, you know, writing her little secret messages and painting stuff for her, and y'all kissing all in the mouth, and you knew you was finna be betrothed to the other girlie. It's just funny because the main character was like so hurt and so betrayed, but I was like, girl, he told us this already. Why are we confused? I mean, don't get me wrong, he still ain't shit, because men ain't shit, men are trash, but what? Oh my heart, no. And then she just, what's more confusing to me, you know what? No, he is trash. He's trash because she, our homegirl, the main girl, she wasn't going to go to his birthday celebration dinner to begin with. She had already made plans to just sit at home, play on her Nintendo Switch because Hello Kitty Island Adventure just dropped, and she was going to spend her time to herself because she don't like being around them people. She don't know them people like that. And he like begged her like, please come to my dinner tonight because it's not going to be turned without you, girl. And she was like, I guess, because once again, we just kissed in the mouth. I'll go to your birthday celebration. He knew dang on well. He knew dang on well that he was going to be officially, it was going to be announced officially that he was finna be betrothed to the Phoenix girlie. And she was going to have to sit there and watch that shit. Ooh! Now, sir, you got some splaining to do. You done brought me out here to the function. I done put on my best outfit from TJ Maxx. I done stood in this mirror and had to redo my eyeliner about 3-4 times to come out to your birthday dinner just for you to make a fool in front of me and the homies? Just for you to be betrothed to the Phoenix girlie? No. He got some explaining to do. And then, well, you know, there was literally a part when it was happening, and the main character was like, he about to stand up and explain himself, right? Like, he finna stand up and run around and be like, oh, no, this ain't what I meant. Even the main character girlie was like, I know not. I'm gooped. I'm gagged. I'm loving this so much. Okay, sorry, not sorry about all of this like bathroom footage, but I am like, I don't know, like 200 some pages into Daughter of the Moon Goddess. Oh my god, the captain. This is gonna be a full spoiler vlog at this point. I take back everything I said about the captain. Take back all the things I said. I didn't know. And with that, we have reached the end of the vlog. I just finished Daughter of the Moon Goddess. Sorry for the terrible lighting. I am going to give this, I think I'm going to give it a 4.5. So I'll go ahead and give it a 5 on Goodreads. So what made this not a full 5, honestly, was just the length, right? So I think I've mentioned quite a few times on this channel, and this is not an original thought that I have or an original observation, but I feel like in general, we're kind of having an issue in publishing with books where the amount of story isn't justified for how long the book is. However, I think what's unique about Daughter of the Moon Goddess is there was plenty happening. There was very little downtime in this, and so I think that's why, because I am very, very sensitive to pacing. One of my biggest pet peeves in reading in general is when I'm reading a book that is 500 pages long, but it only has 300 pages worth of story. I'm very sensitive to that. I get bored very quickly. It's one of the main reasons I DNF. If I feel like the story's being bloated, I can't stand it. But with this, there was a lot going on. I just think the author needed to save some of those plot points for other stories, because there was just so much going on. There were just so many action scenes, and just, so like the scenes themselves weren't bad. If I have broccoli in my teeth, I'm looking in the mirror. I don't think there's any visible broccoli, but if I have broccoli in my teeth, no I don't. No, I don't. Anyways, yeah, I'm saying all that to say, I didn't feel like I was being bamboozled. I can see why those scenes and why those plot points weren't taken out of the final manuscript. I just think at least 100 pages of this could have been deleted. Really excited to continue on in the series. This probably won't be a priority series for me. I do see that the second book is a little shorter, but I don't know. I really, really liked this. I just think I need a break from it, and then coming back to it will give me a better reading experience. But highly recommend. Had a great time with this. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I feel like we have done so much, yet so little. Maybe in the future, I'll start taking y'all with me to different places that I go. I'll get over my fear of like filming in public. Yeah, I just don't want to seem like that very insensitive tourist that's like filming people on like their regular day-to-day or whatever. But blah, 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 blah. I'm blabbing. I will see y'all in the next one. Thank you so much for your support. Like, comment, subscribe, and recommend me something to read after this. Like something that has the same vibes as this. I'm gonna read something like short and sweet immediately after cutting this camera off, because I'm still in the reading mood, but I can't dive into anything super heavy just yet. But yes, if you have any recommendations to stuff similar to this, let me know. Bye.